Alright, so after testing the UmiDigi crystal for almost 2 weeks now, it's time to have a look at how the camera of this phone performs. This one got a 13/5 megapixels dual camera with f2.0 aperture on its rear and a 5 megapixel front camera with an f2.8 aperture on the front. So let's check out quality with actual samples. So let's first start with normal pictures, meaning a normal camera mode, no bokeh stuff and things like that. This picture has been taken in the morning during sunrise, so mediocre lighting conditions, and as you can see, the amount of detail is okay. It's still far from being perfect, but considering that this is a budget phone from a low profile phone maker, it still looks okay in my opinion. Color-wise, it's also pretty much okay, but the amount of noise is a bit high, as you can see. This definitely could be better, but again, considering the price tag and the other specs this phone offers, it's not too bad. Surprisingly, when lighting conditions get better, picture quality gets worse. Look at this. Looks kinda foggy, colors look washed out, the amount of detail isn't sufficient, and we again have quite some noise in the picture. Next one at daylight looks a bit better, not as washed out. It really depends on how the sun shines into the lens. So this one looks actually halfway okay, I think. But then again, the next one again washed out colors, a little bit foggy. And yeah, just doesn't look nice, and things like that happen very often on the UmiDigi crystal. Look at this. The dynamic range on this picture is extremely bad, and considering that this is a close-up photo, the amount of detail also isn't that good. And this is again a close-up photo taken outside. Again, pretty bad dynamic range, and the amount of detail is also not the best here. So really mixed results on the UmiDigi crystal with daylight photos. When it comes to dual camera / bokeh mode, you shouldn't expect too much, as pretty much all of those cheap dual camera phones from China, the dual camera is rather a fake than a real dual camera setup. I won't say that it doesn't make use of the secondary camera, the sensor is real, but it doesn't have any edge detection, so it's basically just software that is used for this effect. So what they do is drawing this circular unsharp area around the center objects you would do focus on. So it's pretty much the same as on any other cheap dual camera phone. You can only get decent results with it when taking macro or close-up images, but like for portraits and stuff like that, it's really not sufficient. So as you can see, you can get halfway decent results using the dual camera, but it's just not that high quality bokeh effect that you can expect from other phones. If you want to get a pro bokeh dual camera for the low buck, go for a Xiaomi Mi 5X / Mi A1 or something like that. And this is low light performance of the UmiDigi crystal with the help of its LED flash. Now the LED flash is just a single one and it's pretty small, so there isn't much light coming out of it. And you definitely notice it because the lack of light combined with the relatively bad low light performance of the main camera creates a lot of noise and also makes colors sometimes look washed out, like you can see here, because the camera needs to use a very high exposure to compensate for the lack of light. So as you can see, if you do close-ups with the LED flash, it looks okay, not perfect, too much noise in there, but it's still okay. But when you go far away, it just looks like crap. Look at this noise, totally ugly. At daylight, I have been surprised by the front camera of the UmiDigi crystal. Most of those Tri-Bezel-Less China phones in the lower price category have pretty bad front cameras, but this one at daylight actually performs halfway usable. I mean, it's still far from being perfect, but for the price tag, I think it's okay. Especially when using them for social media where you don't use the full size of pictures, they look totally fine. But you shouldn't take selfies with the UmiDigi crystal at night or bad lighting conditions. Just look at that, totally mushy. Looks just really crappy then. So this video here has been recorded using the front camera, and as you can see, it's only a 480p video. So that's the maximum resolution the UmiDigi crystal does support. There is no electronic image stabilization and of course no autofocus, since the camera module on the front doesn't support any focusing. Quality wise, the detail is pretty bad on this one, and there also isn't much sharpness, so this phone isn't really suitable for recording videos with the front camera. Let's just play it. So footage actually seems to be smooth, but the audio, the volume of the audio is just too low. You don't hear anything. You see, volume is pulled up rather high. I need to go full volume to actually hear anything, and it's actually having quite some background noise there, which doesn't sound too good. So next, let's check out a video recorded with the main camera. And this one actually supports full HD recording. But as you can hear, the volume is also too low on this footage, and there again is a lot of background noise. There is no autofocus when recording videos. That actually sounds really crappy. Focus doesn't work very reliable, as you can see, and there also is no autofocus again and no electronic image stabilization. And actually the footage looks a little bit laggy, so frame rate really isn't anything good. So yeah, main camera also isn't suitable for video recording. And yeah, that's about it. That's how the UmiDigi crystal main and front cameras perform. So as you can see, not much to expect from it. At daylight and non-complicated lighting conditions, it performs halfway okay, but it really is only a snapshot camera and nothing you would like to take your vacation pictures with. Anyhow, if you don't pay much attention to the camera inside a smartphone, it probably is okay for most. So yeah, that's for this video. Thanks for watching, and see you soon with the full review about the UmiDigi crystal. Bye bye.